Back with the market right here on ET Now. In fact, let's revisit what the market is up to right now. And we're holding on to the gains. Started off at the 10,500 mark, trying to latch on to that. The breath has come off, though, a little bit from the top. Axis Bank, wherein it's official now. They are looking at fundraising. This was the big mover yesterday, holding around almost 7% gains. But now it's ebbed off a little bit from that yesterday's move, about 2.25% lower right now. Bharat Forge, Divi's, CanBank, Ujjivan, these are some of your other laggards. What's really coming back with a vengeance and holding out today are a couple of those auto companies which are reacting to the June sales data. Case in point being M&M, that's seeing very strong action right now, 3.5% higher. And besides that, IT as a theme is working very well. So Infosys and IT Technologies are the leaders in the pack as we speak right now. But it's not really often that you have a company publicly defending its arch rival. But Sameer Nigam, who's the founder and CEO of leading UPI app PhonePe, actually went out and defended Paytm's Vijay Shekhar Sharma. Chandraj Shrikant, my colleague, caught up with him. Let's listen into that excerpt.
One area where I think people are getting very confused, especially on Twitter, is India and the Indian government has said quite unequivocally, we need foreign direct investment. We need FII money. We need FDI money. And so trying to actually target apps, and then here I'm giving a rare shout out to Paytm, trying to say that Paytm is a Chinese app because of their shareholding is just absurd. Because they're headquartered in India, they have thousands and thousands of employees in India. People have celebrated that company for the last 5 years in media. Now for everyone to come out opportunistically and say, no, you're not Indian because you have capital from Alibaba, that's just, in my mind, nuts. That's just not consistent.
Oh my God. Sameer, this is such a rare moment. You're actually speaking up for Paytm a few days after you spoke up for Google Pay. I mean, what's happening?
No, I think there are many areas where we disagree competitively in terms of, hey, or we have different strategies and we are competing. But it's time for the industry overall also to start fending for itself as an industry, because it's too easy to get victimized one by one, right? Either the government.
So you think there needs to be a distinction that one can't say Paytm must also be targeted because Alipay owns 40% in Paytm, Alibaba owns over 30% in Paytm Mall. Because there are concerns about what kind of control these investors exercise. I think that's where the confusion is coming.
If we're going to celebrate as a country that Jio's raised whatever 1.5 lakh crores in the last 3 months and has come from Facebook and everywhere else, then we should equally be able to celebrate capital coming in. The question you posed, which is very fair, is Paytm or any company giving data out? Did you ever imagine that Facebook would be giving your data to Cambridge Analytica? I hadn't. That was a breach of faith. There needs to be accountability for that. But that can't be used as a populist measure to start saying that Vijay or anyone at Paytm is not Indian or not working for India. I think those two are completely different topics. And
Sameer, would you have said this if you were not owned by Walmart and you were a standalone Indian startup? I mean, there are Indian startups like companies like MobiKwik which say they are truly Indian. They are not foreign owned in any way.
Really? So, their largest investor is Sequoia. Can somebody ask Sequoia where their LPs come from? Really? We're going to play that game? Go on Twitter and start putting up flags? That's how we're going to play it? InMobi is now claiming Reposo's India's Made in India app. But everybody who's been using InMobi, they've been talking about being a global advertising network. Their biggest market was China. So I do disagree at a principle level. If India says India wants to go global and our entrepreneurs want to stand on equal footing with everyone, then we need to start respecting certain sacrosanct boundaries. You can't be...
That's where we leave it on the show today. Thanks so much for watching. Do stay tuned. Headlines up next.